Oh, well, they're going to do a U-turn. We're going to crash into them too hard. Maybe there's some oil on the road. That's going to be a high side. Oh, dump the bike, gain some acceleration. Oh, nice little. All right, here we go. We're going to take a look at some crashes and close calls. We're going to talk about what happened, how it happened, utilizing the plan method for a lot of these things. So thank you so much, MotoStars. But before we jump into that, there is a sale for 50% off the Smart Rider drills. You're going to get 20 drills. Practice in a parking lot, lots of fun. 50% off. It comes with the digital version, so you can put it on your phone when you're practicing. And also, it comes with cones if you want to get the cone kit. So you can get this by itself, or you can get the cones with it. 50% off. Use code JustCuz. The link's going to be in the description. You can just click that link and use that code there. But let's go ahead and jump into here so we can prevent some of these things.
Hey,
all right, here we go.
This episode,
what do we got?
A bunch of unexpected and crazy situations that these riders had.
Crazy and unexpected situations.
From this, so check this out and ride safe.
Okay, why is that person slowing down? We don't know. Well, they're going to do a U-turn. We're going to crash into them with a nice little scream. It looks like we had a passenger, so remember our total stopping distance is going to be increased because, I mean, we still perceive and react about the same, but the actual braking distance is going to be increased just because we have more weight, especially on that back tire. So once you start applying brake pressure on the front tire, you're going to start getting traction. But if there's a lot of weight on the back tire, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. So this is a great space cushion. We want to have a good space cushion. But once that person starts slowing down and our space cushion is kind of being decreased and we're getting closer and closer and closer, kind of like this, getting closer and closer and closer and closer and closer, it's going to be a bad day. So either we're going to swerve, emergency brake, we have to go into red stage, we got to do something, okay? So when it comes to planning, we're going to kind of front load a lot of the education, watch a lot of the other ones. We're in a good position for safety. We have to locate this hazard situation. Why is that person slowing down and stopping in the middle of the road? Maintain or slow down now instead of catching up and I'm just going to go ahead and pass them. Let's go and bring this back up. So you're assessing if it's a relevant threat. And then once we get up to here
from this,
and they're stopping in our lane, to me, it becomes an active threat. So I'm going to go ahead and put myself in a new position for safety. How am I going to do that? Good progressive braking. Just go ahead and start applying the brakes, slow it down, kind of creep up to them versus catch up to them. And that's going to help you because if this happens randomly and we are already slowing down and creeping up to them, all we had to do is apply a little bit more brake pressure, let them go, and we're done. But if we're just going towards them and we're like, I'm just going to pass them, you don't know what their intentions are. Their intentions are definitely not to go straight. Their intentions are to do something. They're trying to stop, so they're probably going to turn. So you start to understand this stuff in that perception moments before you have to react and then do something. So overall, not very good. Squeezing the brake, didn't slow them down enough, and then we crashed. And this happens, I don't want to say a lot, but this happens. And you have to be prepared for that. So having that knowledge beforehand and planning your ride is very important. All right, let's take a look at this Yamaha R7 big crash. We're going to the low side right here. Who knows if we accelerated too hard? Maybe there's some oil on the road. That's going to be a high side up and over. So it lost traction and gained traction and flipped them up and over. This is why we wear gear. As smart riders, we're acquiring and using personal protective equipment just in case something like this happens. So in these turns, in the intersections, a lot of people like to start turning and then accelerating hard in the turn. Like about right here. They accelerate really hard. And you need to have traction to make that turn. So once your nose is pointed exactly where you need it to go. So let's say we're getting up to here. And then now the nose is pointed this way. That's when you can accelerate. Right here is when you accelerate. Don't accelerate in the turn. Because you don't know if there's going to be road surface hazards like gravel, maybe oil. And then so you're like trying to accelerate in this area and you're going to start losing some traction. That's not going to be fun. So just wait until you get your nose pointed and then accelerate yourself out of there. But who knows? Ball tires, road surface hazard. Sometimes these bikes are extremely powerful. Quick acceleration, you're going to have issues. Yeah, make it nice and slow. You see how you can hear the RPMs go up? Make it nice and slow, and then when your nose is pointed, go. So right knee maybe, a little bit of pain. Those are regular jeans. A little tight, but we got a jacket and gloves, everything. All right, can't see much. Going through the turns, slowed it down on this turn, very good. Oh, I think he hit something. I think he hit probably some gravel. And sometimes you can't Sometimes you can't avoid that. And that's why you wear gear, just in case. Hopefully this bike is doing fine so he can actually ride himself out of there. But look at the road surface. So there's probably gravel, maybe some leaves, probably some damage. Hit something, lost traction, dumped the bike. Sometimes that happens. And that's why, yeah, we wear gear as smart riders, just in case. You never know. Look at that guy. What a cyclist. All right, riding with some friends. He's doing a wheelie up front. What do you think is going to happen, everybody?
Fortunately, no one get hurt.
Oh, somebody behind us hit us? Yep. Okay, so, dumped the bike, gained some acceleration, a little bump. So he's got crash guards, that's good. Check his body. He'll probably be walking wounded, but if you really want to do a little bit more, remain calm, ensure your own safety. If he has any major bleeds, stop any of those major bleeds. And then you can check if he has a head injury, back injury, and everything like that. Yeah, he's good. Ooh, what do you think's going to happen here? Let's take a look. A little fast here. A little fast. Oh, man. Extremely lucky. So going fast makes your bike want to go straight. So if you have corners and you're going really fast, you don't have the skill level, your bike's going to go straight when the road is turning. Very simple, right? So increase your skill level on a track, and guess what? When you start doing that on a track, you're not going to want to do that out here. So go to a track to do this. Oh, nice little crash. Thankfully, we didn't crash into them. We almost kind of did. A little bit of a panic. We start going a little wide. I'm talking about the guy in the cruiser. So remember, you remain calm, ensure your own safety, and then you can help someone. If you crash, somebody's going to have to help the both of you. So your goal in this position is to go ahead and remain calm. Go through the turn. Don't target fixate on your buddy. Now pull off to the side and then go rescue him. Very good. Just like this. You're safe.
Good.
Seems to be fine. He's guarding his lower back. That's called guarding. When you start touching, like you do this, that's guarding. So there's pain. So whenever you see somebody like kind of doing this, it's like, okay, probably back pain. And we talk about mechanism of injury on here a lot.
Back good? The chain.
Yeah, chain's gone. That's fine. That's gonna be a pain.
This
all right, here we go.
Perfectly shows
so open lane pattern. He just so you do a head check. He's gonna switch lanes.
To some serious trouble.
We do that too. Ooh.
Oh. You all right?
Got very lucky. Got very lucky on that.
Holy.
So the buddy stopped because the traffic was coming out.
It was red.
It was red. Okay. All right, max lean angle available. Cold tires detected. Okay, cold tires. What does that do? The tread on your tires is going to be kind of hard, and so when it's warm, it starts softening up, which allows more traction. So that's what that means. So if he's saying it's cold, that means he's going to lose probably traction on this turn right here. So going through a red or stop sign. There you go. Lost traction. He was able to stand it up though. He's like walking. Prevent accidents. Equip your motorbike with quasar. Okay, interesting. Or just don't take it that sharp.
In this case, speed was definitely the
Can't see much. So a hazard at night when we talk about planning, right? Assessing relevant threats. One of the relevant threats doesn't have to be traffic or road surface hazards. It can be your environment of like low visibility. It's raining, it's snowing, it's nighttime, anything like that. So how do you navigate that active nighttime threat? You might have to slow it down a little bit because your viewing distance isn't as good.
For the rider's problems, there was simply not enough time.
Look for brake lights, look for headlights, you don't have to speed up and do stuff like that because you can't see things until the last second. Just like that. That's what I'm talking about here. Is like if you start going too fast, you're not going to be able to see. He's outrunning his headlights. I remember back in the day, some people were like, how do you outrun headlights? Light is the speed of light and everything. No, you're outrunning your headlights because your headlights are maybe 100 feet in front of you. And if your total stopping distance is 200-300 feet, guess what? You're not going to stop in time. Because if the moment you see something 100 feet in front of you and you have to stop and your total stopping distance is 200 feet, you have 100 more feet. You can't stop in time. So if you slow it down to where you can stop in 100 feet, there it is. So right here, going a little too fast, he's not going to be able to stop. Perception reaction is going to be very diminished. A hard swerve is going to be a little bit difficult at this point, but that's all he can do. But then we hit that. So he went up and over.